What is going on, guys? So today we got a video that I kind of wanted to do, but I have to wait to do it. Today we're going to be doing the H&R Lowering Springs 1 month review, I guess you would believe. So the springs are basically settled. I've had them on the car for about 1 month, and so I'm going to be reviewing them for you. Now, quick thing for you guys. If you guys didn't watch the last video, leave the link in the description. It's about selling my Mazda Speed. The car is not sold yet. There is no buyers for it yet. So as long as I still have the car, I will still be making videos with it, just probably not spending a lot of money on it. So any kind of video that you guys still want to see with the car, leave down in the comments below. I'll get around to doing that, but there's still content to be made with the car, okay? It's not gone. No one's buying it yet. I could still have it for 3 months down the road. I don't know when it's going. Don't know when I'm gonna get my next car. Once that car goes, next car is coming in. So don't freak out about that. I still have the Speed. I will still be making content on it. I'm getting back on the YouTube grind, I guess you would say. Just had to take a little bit of time for myself. But anyways, the springs are settled. H&R Lowering Springs. A lot of you guys have been asking me what kind of springs you guys should get for your cars. Literally, H&R Cork Sport, E-back, I-back, whatever you call them, and Tien's, they're all pretty good, okay? It doesn't really matter what you get. They're all reputable brands, so just kind of get what you feel. H&R's, they've been fantastic. I've had no issues with them. So let's go out to the car. I'm gonna charge up my GoPro really quick. We'll go out for a drive. We'll see how the car deals. It's one of those situations where it's kind of hard to compare what it was driving like stock versus how it is now, because I've kind of gotten used to it. But I know there are some things in my mind that I want to talk about, comparison of stock and how these springs are currently riding 1 month in. So let's go ahead, get the GoPro charged, get out for a little drive. Okay, so I'm in the old clunker. Let's review these springs. How do they perform? Okay, well, first off, we should talk about the ride heights. Has the ride height settled since I put them in? Yes, it has. The ride height has gone down a little bit. As you guys know, when I did install these springs, I was a little disappointed about how much the drop was, because it didn't seem like it was a lot. So I investigated, and I obviously knew that the springs still had time to sag and settle, yada yada. They did drop a little bit more from when I did first put them in. One thing I'm a little unsatisfied about with these springs though is that it looks like the front height is still a little bit more than the rear. I am very satisfied with how the rear looks, how the rear height is, but something about the front still looks like there's almost no lowering spring in the front. I don't know why this is. Obviously, I think the rears always drop more than the fronts. I'm not quite sure. Like I said, I know the Speeds have a different front spring rate, obviously because the front end's a lot more heavier than the rear is, and all that. And it obviously could be because maybe the springs, you're trying to sacrifice a certain ride stability, but keep it a certain way, so you don't want to go too low, or you're gonna start doing this, that, this. Hard to explain. I'm not the manufacturer, but you guys kind of get what I'm trying to say. The ride height is lower from when I first put them in, so I'm very satisfied with that. I'm pretty sure you guys are more aware or want to know about the performance of these springs, as we've covered the ride heights. When I first put them in, I kind of had a feel for them. I was quite impressed on how the springs actually made the car handle versus coilovers. Really only felt that coilovers would really do anything for a car in its handling, but just having the car lower, a little bit of a stiffer spring rate did help this quite a bit. Now the Mazda Speeds already have a stiffer shock and strut due just to the performance wise of these cars. So the stock strut and shocks that I'm running, they don't pair that bad, if I'm completely honest with you. I was quite surprised. Obviously there's aftermarket solutions that you should go with, and so I stuck these springs on the stock suspension, and it's not holding out too bad, especially for the age of the suspension in this car. Now I'm in a bumpy area of the road right now, and I want to talk about how does the ride feel normal daily driving. Now hitting little bumps on the road, it's a lot more stiffer. You're gonna feel it. Is it a big deal? No. One thing I don't like, the area that I'm in, it's very bumpy. Sometimes it's just bump after bump after bump, like just the soft ones. You do feel it, and you're really in it. I mean, that goes with any kind. I feel like the ride on coils is a little different than what it would be springs, which is understandable. But in this situation, I feel like it is kind of annoying. Now, I haven't ridden on coils in a while, so I wouldn't really be able to put my senses into my answer here. Like I said, it's hard to say. So when I'm saying that these aren't bad, they're not bad. And I'm gonna take this corner. And talk about cornering. So I ripped that pretty good. Hold up. Okay, so I'm gonna discuss body roll now. How does this feel? So we're going 40 kilometers an hour here, and let's do a little bit of body roll. So I ended up by going up to 60 kilometers there, and you guys could hear something clunking in there. I'm actually quite impressed. I've never actually really done that, but like there is body roll, but I'm planted in my seats, and these seats are normal Mazda 3 seats, which is funny. In the second gens, they're just normal Mazda 3 seats with a little bit of design and 50/50 material on them. But I am planted in my seat, and I'm not struggling to hold myself in, which is really nice. So these springs do hold the body well. I can tell you right now, if I was on stock springs, I'd be bouncing everywhere. But how do these corner? Well, let's find out. So I took those corners at about 100 kilometers an hour. The first one's probably a little bit more. I was planted. Now, those weren't hard corners, okay? They were somewhat straight, but I'll tell you guys right now, I wasn't scared of falling out of my seat or sliding out or anything. I was planted. This car was planted. Of course, there's still that bit of body roll that you're gonna get. These aren't coilovers. You're on stock suspension. $290 Canadian. These are great, and I'm very happy that obviously I would have rather had coils, but for the price that you're getting, these are great. These are great springs. Alright guys, that's the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more content like this, and for the rest of the content with the Mazda speed. Get these springs, enjoy being low, have a low life. Other than that guys, keep it real. I'll see you guys in the next one.